Hi, welcome ladies and gentlemen to our TTW trading channel on YouTube. TTW stands for Trading to Win. The market will open in 2 minutes and let's see what we can do today. I hope and I think the sound is fine today. Good morning, Christian. I think the sound must be good because we fixed it yesterday. Just to give you the information, there was an defective USB port, so I think everything is fine here. Okay, yeah. Okay guys, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to our live trading for the next hour here with TTW-TradeFinder and Bookmap, of course. And if I see an opportunity to trade, then I will use the opportunity and take the opportunity to trade, of course, and explain what I see and what I do here. That's quite important. I see there's some lagging here on the channel here. I'm not sure why this is, because on my side is everything is fine. And I have set the low latency, the lowest possible latency here. So it should work, at least from my point of view here. We will see how that will work out here. Okay, we have a very stable connection so far and indicated from YouTube. And then let's go. So the market will open in 45 seconds. And what I see right now, we have had a very nice signal here, a volume stop here as well at 38.70. If you're familiar with TW-TradeFinder for Bookmap, you will know that volume stops are based on volume. And if the volume is very high, the market is exhausted. And then we are looking for counter trades. I'm not only watching ES, I'm watching as well the SPY, the volatility indices as well. So there's really nothing. I watch only one chart. So the market will open in 1 second now. The market is open. And you see how fast it is. Now my screen is frozen. And mind the market volume. Yeah, my screen is frozen at the moment. I don't know, maybe because of Rithmic data and this immense and big volume, ladies and gentlemen. Look here. When you see my market volume here on YouTube, you will notice 15,000. We have 15,000 contracts traded at the beginning, and that was the cause why my chart was frozen at that moment. 15,000, 21,000. You can see that in the market volume here in the market volume meter, and as well as the liquidity meter here. So fantastic to see how, or to learn how everything works and how that plays together. That's really fantastic. So let's focus on trading today. I have had some emails from interested traders around to show more trades. Yes, I'm willing to do so, and I will do so, of course, when I see an opportunity for myself. It was extremely fast, so my screen freeze here at that 38.78. You see this horizontal line here. No data. I didn't receive no data here so far, and the market drops back. Keep in mind that we have an option expiration date today. So keep that in mind. That's really important to know, that we have an option expiration date today. That means everything can happen. The market can break down and then trade up. You see the high volume. The liquidity meter of TradeFinder is of extreme value, because you will learn to distinguish between market volume and resting liquidity. It's not common. I know it is not common to have a look like that on the markets. We are focused on candles, we are focused on or charts, indicators, whatever, but the market is not is not based on indicators. It's yeah, market is not. Indicators are not a market. The market is done in an auction, a dual auction, and that's represented by aggressors and the resting liquidity. So the buyers and sellers, of course. So let's see what we can do today. Hi, Sept, great to have you here. Claude, good morning. Jana, hey, great to have you back. Can the Bandit, hi guys. Christian, hello. Welcome to our live trading. As I promised yesterday, we fixed this sound issue, which was really hard to fix because it was an USB port defective on the workstation here, and it was connected to this defective and buggy USB port, and it's really hard. You can't see that the USB port is buggy. But anyway, fixed everything, and now I'm totally relaxed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we can do today. You see the liquidity here at 38.81 was cancelled. We have had an extreme high volume at the beginning. The reading on the market volume meter was around 21,000, and that means my screen froze here at that moment, because I think it is the amount of data which is coming through Rithmic, and you know, Rithmic is also providing MBO data, and that means that MBO data needs more bandwidth than normal data, and that causes sometimes the data laggings and as well charts to freeze. But that's not common. If the market comes, yes, to its equilibrium, to its middle, then you see it's getting better and better here. So what we see today is that we have 38.60. That might be an attractive point, and we have a liquidity which is below 100. That's not bad, but it is really not exciting as well. How much time did you take to control the software, Claude? I'm not sure what you mean by that, because the software is extremely reliable. It's not the software, but we have how to say, you know, if you receive market by order data, and if you analyze market by order data, you will see that there's more information. Therefore, we can analyze icebergs, we can analyze sweeps, we can analyze order IDs, and so on. And this amount of information, that amount of information needs bandwidth. And if we have as it was today, you see what happens here. That's quite nice here. I will comment that an iceberg here, it was sitting here at 59, and then he is not getting what he wants here at 67, and then he pushed up the iceberg here into 67. He was, I would say, a little bit impatient. He wants to get to buy 750 contracts, icebergs, hidden orders here. Claude, I just wanted to know what, yes, Claude, it was Claude. I just wanted to say that the software is totally reliable, as well TradeFinder and Bookmap. It is simply the data. If you receive a lot of data, the data adapter is the bottleneck. But that's not a fault of Rithmic, that's not a fault of the software. It's simply the amount of data and the information we need to display such icebergs here. You can't display icebergs, oh, it's fast. So I wanted to jump in 67 here. You can't display icebergs with other data feeds like CQG, AMP, CQG, excuse me, Kinetic, or whatever you have, IQ feed, CDRO, and so on. Okay, that was quite interesting. You see how fast it was and how fast the software is to track all these hidden orders here. how can you get Bookmap and costs? How can you get Bookmap costs? I'm not sure, Claude, what you mean by that. You can test Bookmap. You can test Bookmap going to our page TTW-TradeFinder.com. Scroll down. There's a 3-month offer for Bookmap. I think it's Global Plus. You can subscribe to Global Plus and test it. TTW-TradeFinder as well. You can subscribe for 2 months. We give an offer 2 months at 50% to test it as well with Bookmap, and then I think it's the fastest and the cheapest way to test if this trading approach meets your trading style, your personality, your individuality, and so on. So nothing to do here. I don't see anything here. We have a sweep up 500. They're pushing the market up. Keep in mind that we have that the market is we opened gap down here. The market opened gap down, and the gap is at 39.16, I think it is. If you have the daily levels or institutional notes on your charts, please use them because they are extremely helpful. Really, believe me. These are algo levels I'm simply posting, and by the way, these are gamma levels as well here. So what I'm trying to say is TTW-TradeFinder, I'm and my team and we as a team try to relax and trade. We don't want to push anything. We don't want and don't need to be in the market every single second. That's important. That's absolutely important. I'm telling that in our Discord room. Join our Discord room. Please subscribe to our newsletter if you want, just to be informed about the updates and other news. We do not spam people. I hate spammers as well. But if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to TTW-TradeFinder.com. The market's pushing up very, very clearly, but I don't see any good entry chance at the moment. The market is open since 10 minutes, or for 10 minutes now. And at the moment we don't see any, yeah, I saw this very nice buy here on the SPY. Let me show you my SPY, what I'm looking at as well. We have a huge delay here. I'm not sure why, but anyway, you see that here. This is my SPY. Hi David. Hi David, my friend. Great to see you here again. I'm showing you my SPY here, and that's what I'm trying to tell everyone. Yeah, Claude, that might be, yeah, you know, ES is only a playground. I'm not sure. I hope I can say it very clearly. ES is only playground. The big business is not done in ES. Believe me, the big business is not done in ES. ES E-mini was invented in '97 just for retail purposes. And if you want to understand the underlyings, please watch at SPY and the cash markets and the volatility markets. It will give you a clue. It will give you an idea, and sometimes you will be you will front running the markets watching the SPY. So be sure that the ES is there for trading, of course, but the business is not done in ES. The business is done in other markets. Finally, I'm happy that everything works here technically, at least on my side. So let's have a look here at this DID. We called it dynamic iceberg development. That's an iceberg. That's an iceberg which is in play for 33 minutes here now. It's in play for 33 minutes. Still in the market, started. Let me see if I can. Started here at started here. No, it was gone here. Oh, it disappeared on my screen, not sure. Ah, it was taken. Started 33 minutes in the book, or was for 33 minutes in the book, and now it get filled. It is below my threshold of 300 contracts, 300 lots, so it disappears on my chart here. It simply disappears on my chart. I see we have a quite good delay here on YouTube streaming, but it's not possible to switch it to get it a little bit faster. I'm not sure why that is, because I selected the fastest and the lowest latency, the lowest delay on YouTube when we start live broadcasting here.
Market volume stopped by.
How come you don't stream on Discord, Ted? Hi, Paki. Hi. We are streaming on Discord, so just YouTube is a better platform, so we can reach more interesting people on YouTube as well. On Twitter, Discord is there as well. We have live streaming on Discord every single day. I think that Chuck and Joe do live stream on Discord their screens, if you are interested to see their screens, which are simply that what I recommend. So I'm working with Joe on live streaming, so please go to the live stream. I can't comment every day. I can't be around every day in the live trading here. We are trying to change that, especially in the English community, because we have very nice, great guys in the German community here, that's the reason why I'm using YouTube and as well Twitter for streaming here and for live streaming. So Ted, please go back to the live stream. Yeah, I missed that. It's very fast. Screen share on Discord is nearly every day. Oh, every day, I think. Not I think, I know. So that was a quite nice scalp here. Let me focus on that, what I see on my screen here. $38.60 seems to be an how to say, a line in the sand for now. On the volatility indices, I see more pressure to the downside. So that means if this comes true, then we will see higher prices on the S. Keep in mind option expiration day to day. So I have a short conversation with a colleague, Jim, not sure if he's around here, and he asked me to comment on my trades and what I will do. What I do, of course, I will comment on targets, on trade management, entries, exits, and stops I'm doing. He asked how many ticks to look for. And that's really not answerable. I'm sorry for that, because when we are in the market, then we are in the mercy of the market, of course.
SPY.
So that what you see here right now is a very nice spike and iceberg and hitting the ice here. Definition of icebergs: it is a hidden order which is executed either actively or passively. It's an order which has a big number, let me say 1000 or 100, whatever, and this order is split into several parts, and those parts are executed silently, hiddenly in the market. You can't see that. So you can only follow the icebergs based on the order IDs. It's not possible to see icebergs with non-MBO data, like IQ feed, CQG, Kinetic SIQ feed, I think, CDRO, whatever. Yeah, they are hitting the bid. Look here, there are, see, these are native stops. There's native stops hitting the stops here. Not sure if they are really able to break 38.60 here. Native stop here, there. See that? We have native icebergs and synthetic icebergs. So TradeFinder is able to find native icebergs, therefore you need MBO data, and synthetic icebergs are calculated mathematically. For example, if you want to trade, or if you trade stocks, cryptos or whatever, mainly stocks, you can switch on to the synthetic icebergs. Was quite a nice one here. So I have just to focus myself and to concentrate on the market, and to command and to concentrate is a little bit it's not so easy. But anyway, have a look here. That's quite interesting, because this should be an education live session as well. You see the liquidity here at 38.60, and now what you see is a clear cut here, 38.60, and this guy with maybe 200 contracts put his liquidity at 55 even. That's remarkable. You see, cut here, and then it was lowered to at 38.55. Was put on 38.55. Yes, stops are recognizable by IDs, but that's a quite complex. Maybe we will see one. In this really first beta I have here on my chart, we can recognize stops based on order IDs as well. And there are some restrictions. For example, that must be bracket orders placed in the market, and so on. This is a quite complex subject to do. Most of the stops, you are right, can't be. Oh, look here, he cancelled here the liquidity at 38.55. You cancelled that. The stops can't be easily recognized like icebergs. That's a more complex subject to find out in the market, and you know there are thousands and thousands and thousands of order IDs. if we would be able to find the first entry or an order ID, which is for sure an iceberg, then we will have the holy grail, of course, because you will see that someone is placing an iceberg here at 53, and then you can assume the market is going to trade against 53, for example, but that's not possible. We can recognize icebergs only when the first part of the iceberg is traded. And for stops, there must be some, there must exist some, how to say, some conditions, certain conditions. So excuse me, certain conditions. And by the way, not every stop is really a reversal. That's again important. You see how they hit the stops here, extremely good here based on our algo, and here as well. Then the market reversed for the first time here, but we see a lack of buyers today, of course. There's nothing I mean, there's no buyers at the moment in the market at 38.16. No, the VWAP is 3876. So you are, yes, you are wrong. Your VWAP is wrong or off. Because the VWAP, I know, and I know from my colleagues, they look at a VWAP and start at session start. So my time, it's midnight, 0 a.m. Session starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you have to adjust your VWAP to the session start time, and then you will have the right one. The 3876 is the correct one. So you are a little bit off here with you. Maybe you are missing data. Or you don't have the right times here defined for the VWAP. VWAP is that's one of the only, how to say, indications I'm watching, because the VWAP is extremely important. The institutions are obliged to buy or sell at VWAP price, at the VWAP price, or around the VWAP price. Oh no. I'm trying to cancel. I tried to catch this for a scalp here, but it was simply too fast.
DXY, market volume stopped by.
The interesting point here is that he added liquidity at 55 again.
SPY, market volume stop sell.
Oh, there's an iceberg waiting. Oh, look here, there's an iceberg waiting here at 38.50. Oh no, I see that right now. Look here, that's quite interesting. That's very, very interesting. Let me have point your attention to this iceberg. I didn't see that because I was focused on fast scalp here. What happens here is as following. That was an iceberg. This guy or this algo got 2,263 contracts, but he is waiting for more. And now he is lowering, or he lowered. He puts his order at 38.50. 38.50. Announcement time. It's 10 o'clock. Few minor announcement before the FOMC meeting next week on Tuesday. I'm watching this 38.50 at the moment here. Let's see if this algo will get a fill here. Will get a fill here at 38.50. Once you understand the mechanic behind TradeFinder, it's simply great. And the best is if you start to understand what the adjacent markets, I mean the correlated markets, by that I mean volatility indices, and as well SPY, the cash markets, you will have an ultimate real-time indicator which will guide you the way through the day, throughout the trading day. So you see this is still in here. This is 38.50, liquidity added at 38.50 as well. I'm not sure what this guy's on here with 38.50. That's he got 2,263 contracts. And I don't see any spectacular moves here in the market. It's simply trading sideways here. And I try to be patient. I'm always preaching. Yes, I'm really preaching, ladies and gentlemen. Be patient in trading. Don't force anything here. Let the market tell you what the market is doing. And by the way, this volume stops and as well the native stops works the best on some days more than 6 to 4. That means the chance is 60% for winning, for getting for winning trades. On some days it's 50%, but they are really great. It's the best you can and you will see on your chart if you are if you use TradeFinder, because it's clean, it's comprehensive. If you understand the mechanic behind, you will understand why it makes sense to trade these volume stops So far for the first 36 minutes or 35 minutes in the market, I don't see any good opportunity for myself to trade. We have a developing iceberg here at 38.60 and we have one at 38.50 here, still in the book. So the first one, yes, has already traded 180 contracts, and the second one here, waiting at 38.50, he got 2,263 contracts. Now the market, yes, my charts freeze because I have a lot of charts here open, a lot of connections on. You meant use session volume profile, yeah. Not sure if it's really, today it wasn't traded. 38.50 was not the low of the day. So they are approaching maybe the low of the day. They are approaching the low of the day. 38.50 wasn't traded today, so be sure what you, 38.60, okay. On the other side, you see the iceberg dome. We have on this side, it's hard to see if the market, if the screen is squeezed. This is the iceberg dome here on the right side. And you see there's a support. We have more icebergs on bid than on ask. That's a good sign that this market is trying to push up, or to press up the price, or to buy, to support these levels here at 38.60. You see these bars here. I will try to zoom in a little bit.
UVXY, market volume stop.
Maybe you remember, I'm not sure if you have the TradeFinder, and if you have, I saw yesterday a very nice pattern. The market rushed up from, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 points, not sure anymore. And then it came back and traded this dynamic icebergs on the bottom. That was quite amazing to watch. Again, when I move my ES screen, it simply stucks. That's not sure if this is because I'm transmitting, I'm broadcasting, I'm dealing with MBO data, but it's really, yeah. Now we are at the VWAP. How do I fix missing data and VWAP? Missing data, you have to subscribe to historical data. You can do that under your Bookmap Bookmap portal. You can subscribe to get 24 hours of historical data. And then please start your VWAP ad session. Depends on where you live. So if you're on the East Coast, then it is 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then please convert to your local time. Yeah, it is hidden. The pressure is hidden. So we see a lot of traded icebergs here in the background. What I and we decided not to do is simply to display every single iceberg here on chart because it's useless. It's simply useless. We want to know where the market turns, where the market reverses. We want to go with the market. I like what Elon Musk said once. If a trend becomes obvious, you are too late. I'm not sure whether this was I think it was with PayPal. And that's really my motto. If a trend becomes obvious, you're simply too late. I mean, you can trade, if you understand Elliott waves, you can trade the leg 3 when every single trader understand and grasps that the market is going up, so everyone is joining. That's the leg 3 and the Elliott, according to Elliott wave theory. I would suggest to we have a different view on that because we have the best data, market by order data. Sometimes I must say it sucks because of amount of data, it simply is lagging. So sometimes the screen is freezing, but most of the time, it works fantastic. Forex is a little bit different, Paki, and because you can get ripped off in Forex very, very fast. There are, I don't know, maybe thousands and thousands of brokers and options and offers, offers into the Forex market because it seems to be easy to trade micro Forex or whatever. It is hard because as soon as you open a position, they are opening a position against you, and it's really hard to make money in a lot of Forex markets. Be cautious with that. It's, I mean, it's up to you, of course, as everyone, as everything. But be cautious with that because trade serious markets, trade futures on serious exchanges like CME, NYSE, Nasdaq, and be with a serious and well-funded broker. That's my advice. So there's nothing we can do at the moment, or I can do at the moment. There's nothing to see here. I hope for more. I hope for a little bit more action here on the market. By the way, I'll show you what I missed right now. Look here, it's going up here.
ESC2, market volume stock buy.
Wow, that's I will show you the SPY right now. Now you see my SPY here. So the market is simply off here. We have a delay between YouTube and my broadcast. You see the SPY at 383.24. It was a perfect one, but I missed that anyway. Huge delay. So I'm not sure what's really happening here. Sorry guys, I'm here, but nothing to comment at the moment here. I'm looking for the volatility indices and SPY as well. Just nothing, I don't have anything to comment here. The possible targets could be 38.90 and 38.95. And we have 38.20 on the downside as well. This iceberg 38.50 here. That might be quite interesting to the market. I remember yesterday when the market went up really, rushed up really fast for 20 points or whatever, I can't remember, but then it was a decent amount of points and then broke down and hit this algo or this DID at the bottom. The interesting point here is that the price is now in yes, it's caught, it's just a trap. between 38.75, which is the VWAP here, and as well 38.90. You see the price is in a rectangle here, between 90 and 75. That means the price is, the market is not sure where to go to, what to do next. So we don't have any signs on any charts here. It's more likely to drop down or to break down, maybe trading into 38.50. Yeah, that's what I saw on my charts right now. That's interesting to see how well it works. Let's see if we get a pullback here. Yeah, VWAP. The VWAP time here.
EST2, market volume stop sell.
I think it must be you today. It's not. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be on my side here. Now I took the long here at 74.75, 74.75. Taking one off here, I'm not sure if this is going to work because it's extremely fast. I will explain you and come back to you, Jim, if you're around. Oh gosh, look here. That's simply too fast. Let me just finish my trade here. If it's not going my way, I'm not bad off because I took one off just because I expected that this market is simply maybe going to hit my target here. Yeah, look here, the liquidity. I don't like the liquidity. The price must go up into 85. That would be my next expectation, or at least a little bit higher here, above 80. Okay, my stop was hit, and I'm simply flat. Let me tell you what. Just let me pick this what Jim wrote. The possible targets. You see, I took this trade blindly because I'm quite confident that those volume stops works. And most of the time works. It's not all the time, that's not a holy grail, but anyway, they work. And the question is possible target. The possible target could be, was indicated at 85. The trade management in this case was because the market is extremely thin. Why can I say that the market is thin? Because the average liquidity, the resting liquidity is only 70 on the first 40 levels. That means if you divide one point is 4 ticks, that means this are 10 points. Based on the 10 points in the dome on bid and ask, we have an average of 70 contracts be in the book here. And the market volume is extreme high, excuse me, is high. It's around 2,000. And by that I mean that, I know that if you have a strong market volume and low liquidity, you see that literally on your price ladder, on your dome, where you put your execution, where you place your trades, and that means it's extremely fast. So, Jim, the possible target in this case for myself was 85. The trade management I have chosen, I've taken, is to take one off and let one run into 85, possibly if the market goes up. The exits should be maybe there at 80, 85. And the stops, I'm always, how to say, yeah, look here, it's going up here while I'm explaining. The stops are really, they are, my stop is 2.5 point, the first initial stop. And then I'm playing and see how the market is reacting, what the market is doing. And according the market, I'm simply dynamically adjust my stops. I don't want, even if I'm really strict with my 2.5 point stop, why should I give 2.5 points away when the market goes in my favor here? Why should I do that? Even if they break down immediately in 1 second to the break-even point, it's a break-even, that's okay, but it's not 2.5 point minus. That's my how I trade markets. There was another question I want to discuss, how many ticks to look for. You know, that's not answerable. I'm looking for, personally, I need 10 points a day, then I'm closing my trade station here, trade equipment, and doing something else, anything else, whatever. It's up to you what you expect. What is your target? What is your expectation? Why do you trade? What is your trading goals, life goals? I mean, that's all matters. That's quite important to answer for yourself here. And how do you know? How to know before liquidity disappear? You'd never know. Look here. The liquidity was there at 85 in this case. The question is, if it does disappear, we don't see that when we are in. So when we are in a market, and that's definitely what I've learned from a lot of great traders, really great traders, with John Grady, for example, one of them, and others, is that we are simply lucky if we get 10 points out here. There's nothing to discuss. The only point, what we as Trading to Win team wants to, how to say, to pursue, to show you, to discuss with you, is that you should understand where and when to enter. Where and when to enter. That's the main point. And if you do the same entry tomorrow, you will get maybe 20 points out. If you do the same entry, yes, as I did today, I've got only maybe 2 points out of this trade. You know, it's not up to us. It's simply not up to us to say, okay, I need 10 points and this move must go straight away here into the 85 so that I get 10 points. That's not up to us. The market doesn't care anything about us. You and me and everyone here in the room, in the market. We have to follow the market and not say, okay, I need the 10 points. Yes, you might need the 10 points. You will maybe get 10 points or 20 points or whatever you trade, ticks, pips, whatever. But it's the market who proves you right or wrong. So I don't have an echo here. I saw Jana. I thought I answered that. It's a bit choppy. Yes, it is choppy, but we did a very nice trade bait on volume stops. I think the sound is okay, must be okay. The sound is good. We fixed everything, every issue we had yesterday. 10 points water is good, yes. Every day Packy, every day 10 points. Close, go. Don't look back. What happened after the 10 points? Leave the casino. Yes, the only thing we control is risk and the stop. That's the only point. That's what I'm saying. Can the bandit? If you can, an advice on the fact that many times if I hit a stop, I try always to revenge. Yeah, that's something, but that's not a Packy. That's no. That's not how it works. It won't make you happy, and it won't make you rich or not rich. I don't want to say rich, but try to curb your emotions. It's extremely hard. There's a very nice book, The Chimp Paradox, and please read it. Try to understand how our brain works. Yes, try to understand how our brain works. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, here in the room, and when you listen to this broadcast on this live trading, I'm a big critic of numerous and many indicators on the chart. I see on some screens, I see a lot of indication. There's a TradeFinder, there's the SI tracker, then I don't know what else. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean. You can scatter the chart with indicators, and this over information will kill you, because not kill you, but your brain can't respond to this amount of information. That's the point why we defined and why we developed the TradeFinder, to just work in the background, show you the elementary changes on chart. That means which are most probably relevant for trading. We could as well, you know, our iceberg tracker is top notch here. Our iceberg tracker is the best one in the market. Believe me, we know that. We have analyzed others, and our iceberg tracker is the best one. You can display every single iceberg, native iceberg. I'm talking about native icebergs on chart. But what is the clue? What is the sense of having every single iceberg on chart? What is the sense? What is the meaning? What is the sense if you see 1, 5, 10 icebergs here traded? What do you do with this information? How does this information help you to make money? Yeah. The Soleil question you should have: how can I make money in the markets? And it's not only a chart, it's not only a charting system. It's not only a charting system. It doesn't matter what you use: Thinkorswim, Sierra, Ninja, Motivate, whatever is out there. It's not the point. And charting system is only maybe a presentation of a lot of numbers of the tapers, yes, how it was called previous days. The question is, how do you want to make money? And My answer for myself, and we discussed in the team, is we want to see the relevant information, we want to understand it, and we want to take the risk then when it appears on chart. I've seen several indicators or indications today, so I took this one. It was a little bit too early, as you see, it's always around the VWAP. That was very nice one. I think there's a divergence as well. If you add the MV stop to the chart, you see the divergence rising here. The divergence is going up here. That's the point, how to make money. Don't overtrade, don't revenge, as Packy is saying. Curb your emotions. This is not emotional, this is not about you. This is not about you. We are nothing in this market. The market does not know you, you know. If you say, okay, I'm in, and then the market goes straight away against you, you might think, okay, there's something wrong with me, but it's not you, definitely not. It's your timing, it's your knowledge, maybe your obsession to trade 24 hours a day, your exhaustion, whatever it is, but it's not the market. And therefore we can say, we raised the motto here. Look here, how nice this was. That was still too early. Most of the time I'm too early in the market. But the entry here was perfect. Phantom of the, yes, Cannabis, absolutely. Phantom of the Pit, one of the best PDFs I've read. Yes, Candle Bandit, absolutely. It's not a book, but it exists as a PDF in somewhere on internet, I think. Learn to how to trade, and there's nothing about emotion. Simply understand what you want and then take a trade. You see, I was long here at 75.6, and as it turned out, it worked perfect. It should have worked perfect for 10 points here. Can you perhaps update the setting templates on the website? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yes, I can do so. I have I have 1100. Okay guys, I'm short 89.50. Let me manage my trade here. Target should be 80. I'm short. Let me manage my trade, please. I will explain why I took this trade here in a moment. John, great, yes. 82.50. It was 82.50. I'm simply managing my trade. Let me answer your questions a little bit later. Okay, I have closed my trade. And I would like to discuss with you why I entered the trade here. And I'm using as well the template with this with Jim here, just to satisfy everyone, because yeah, just to keep it in straight. Now the reason for the trade was the volume stop here and the iceberg, 800 iceberg. Have a look here at the information of the iceberg. The iceberg was traded 800 contracts at 85. We have had a very nice stop run, native stop run here into this level here, into 85, 90, whatever. And let me shrink this information here, simple only, it's okay. If you have TradeFinder, please add professional if we need more information. The point here is as follows. We have had a volume stop here, an exhaustion point. 800 were traded here at 83, 85 here, 83. And the market went up for, I think, 92. Let me have a look here. Maybe 3-4 points. Let's assume it's 3-4 points. Where they went was at 89, so the market went up into 90, 91 here, 92. You must expect every time. You must expect every time that the market goes a little bit beyond these levels. Why? Why is it? Let me show that on the candle chart here. Let me show you that on the candle chart here. You see this green candle. It's a 10-minute chart I have here, 10 minutes. Here. That's a green candle. It was here up to 38.90, 38.91.50. When you see this candle, then you think, a normal retail trader or a normal candlestick trader will think, okay, the market is going further up. We break, where's the VWAP? No, the VWAP is here, this blue band here, this red blue band, that's the VWAP. We broke the VWAP off exactly, very nice trade of the VWAP here. And then you see this green candle here, up. And you see it coming up and then you think, okay, it's going up, it's going up. So I have to jump on this price here, maybe 38.90, 38.89 or whatever, 91. But that's a trap, because you don't see on a chart like this one. It doesn't matter whether you have rainbows, whether you have candles, whether you have whatever charts, volume bars or whatever you have, it doesn't matter. You don't foresee the future. You can't see what happens next. Because you're simply missing this information here. Because you're simply missing this information. What information does it, does this candle contain? What is the information behind? The information is here. You see what happens. And it goes a little bit more up, maybe 2-3 points, maybe sometimes more, 5 points. And then when it breaks back, that's a good opportunity to sell. You must understand, or you should understand, excuse me, you should understand the CME logic. It's not our logic. It's not a logic of trading to win team or TTW team. It's not a logic of single genius here. It's the CME logic. It's simply the auction engine. And then you are long here, and what happens next? You see how the candle returns and hit your stops and throw you out of the market. This is the concept behind, and if you understand the concept behind this trading here, such a trading, you will every day get something out of this market. Depends on your goals, and it depends on your targets, why you're trading, what's the motivation for trading, and so on. Simply impressive. That was simply impressive. And by the way, have a look here on the SPY. Yeah, that happens, but that's my style of trading, so I don't want to give anything back. It was very, what makes me happy is to understand the market, and on some days I get 10 points, on some days I get 5 points, on some days I get 20 points. It depends really on the market. So I just don't want it to give the market anything back. But you're right. Hindsight, we can say, yes, the market went in the direction I was predicting. In John as well, 82.50 here, this target. Now, coming back to the structure of Jim, the possible targets. You understand what I mean by that. You see that on the SPY right now. The SPY indicated as well at the same time there's something wrong. So be alerted. Something wrong. Now I'm switching back. Hi Valentin. Yes, you're welcome. Mate, you're welcome. Now you will see my ES screen again, and the point is, when you understand how to manage the trade, where to enter, why to enter, and when to enter, when you understand that, you have mastered half of the way of trading. I mean, trading is not only placing a trade and managing risk, it's a lot of psychological strength and required. It's a lot of psychological strength required. As well, you must be fit to trade. So you can't do that if you are not fit to trade. If you are in a bad mood or sick or whatever, it's really hard. So stay off trading. Don't trade when you are not in the mood to trade. Then you should have knowledge, and then you must be brave, of course, and take the trades. And I promise you, TTW-TradeFinder is the best tool you will ever meet. We get a lot of some feedbacks that it's not, how to say, the TradeFinder does not help to make profits. That's simply because maybe you are missing a part, or you are missing something in trading. And this is like a puzzle piece, you know. Maybe you're missing puzzle piece, and that's the point. But anyway, let's go through this trade. I explained why I entered that trade here. Then the possible targets, I looked at 80, and when it pulled back, I took my profits. The trade management, it depends on your risk aversion, excuse me. It depends on your risk aversion, how it depends on your account size, your risk, what you are willing to risk in a trade. I'm taking only 2.5 points. And if it goes, then it goes. So I'm testing the market. And by the way, I recommend to read the PDF of Phantom of the Pit, yes. Like as said before, read it. It's extremely helpful. That's the best way to trade, and that's the way how it works, how it should work. So trade management, it depends on your account size, on your risk aversion, and so on. That this is really something personal you must know. But if you are in, you know why. The possible target was for myself 80. That was a possible exit. I've managed my stops. I didn't want to give anything back. That's crucial for myself. And sometimes it goes straight down, and sometimes it's pull back or reverses and then goes the way I've expected. How many ticks to look for? You know, that's as well as I'm saying, it depends on you. What are you a scalper, or do you have the, how to say, the strength to wait until you get what you want? And the liquidity was all the time here. So now the question is, if you're in a trade, the price reverses, do you want to give back or maybe to re-enter then at this point? You see this pink square here. This was added liquidity on ask here at that moment. Added liquidity on ask. But in turn, retail traders can gain few points every day if they are not greedy like tools. Yeah, of course. Don't be greedy. You can agree with me or not. It's up to you, but this is a casino. If you go to a casino, you can have fun. It's just to going there in, and you know you will have fun. It's funny, cheap drinks, and then gambling, roulette or blackjack or whatever. It's fun, but it's a casino. It's not there to make you rich. A casino is not there to make you beautiful and rich and almighty. No, it's not there. It's simply to take your money, to please you for a certain time and then to take your money. Yeah, thank you, John. I appreciate. Walter, do you leave your trade continuous in the right sometimes, or you always have a target? Yes, it depends on. Let me show you before we stop today, and it was really fun with you. Let me show you what is extremely important with TradeFinder. It is the imbalance, order book imbalance. Order book imbalance is the most underestimated part of trading. Liquidity is there just as an assumption which was placed by a trader, institution, market makers, or whoever, because they expect the price to come towards this liquidity. It's an expectation because no one of us can predict the future. No single person on this planet. Maybe an alien, but at the moment I can say that no one can predict the future, which is really annoying. not annoying, but it's how to say? I'm missing the word. Yes, it's sad because we all want to know what happens next. And this liquidity in the book is simply there. We are well-informed traders expect the price to come towards this liquidity. And order book imbalance is one of the important parts of TradeFinder, which is a really important part of TradeFinder. It is underestimated because it doesn't show any arrows or squares or any signals. But what it do is simply it gives you a clue where the imbalance in the book is, and there where the imbalance in the book is, the price is most likely to trade against this imbalance. That means if the imbalance is on the bid, the price is coming down. If the imbalance is on the ask, the price is coming, or it's rising, or it's the price, the good, the index or whatever is bought by buyers.
SPY, market volume stop sell.
Valentin, I have on target, my personal Walter target is 10 points a day. And then what I'm doing, 10 points a day and 10 days of trading. I mean, we have 20 days of trading, normally without any holidays in between. But if you can manage to do 10 points a day, or pips, or ticks, or whatever you trade, options, if you can do that every day, and if you have the will and the strength to leave your trading equipment or trading PC or trading station, room, whatever, if you have the power to leave and say, no, that's nothing for me, I'm leaving the casino, go to the cashier, take your money and leave, then you will make constantly money. That's the secret. It's simply the secret. Valentin, what represents the red and pink squares over the big dots? No, it's not imbalances. These are, we call it liquidity, relative and absolute liquidity. Because, Valentin, there is most of the traders do not have a dome. I mean, at least not in Bookmap, because it doesn't matter or whatever. It doesn't matter what happens. Why? But you don't see the hidden changes in the book. And this 544 is an important signal that 544 contracts have been on ask at that price here. And because I have set an alert which shows me I'm tracking the order book, for 500 lots, 500 contracts from level 1 to level 10. That means from 1 tick to 10 ticks. That means that's 2.5 points around the BBO. Around the BBO. So the TradeFinder is tracking these changes constantly. And if someone adds hundreds of contracts at a certain level in the dome, on the liquidity side, on the resting liquidity side, on the passive side of the book, I will get in this case a square, pink square indicated here. Ramaya, can you update the MV stop settings in the Discord? I think they are updated. Is the system good for forex? Yes, it is good for forex, but you must adjust it very thoroughly for the forex. You won't see icebergs, you won't see sweeps on forex, because forex does not provide MBO data, so far I know. For ES and NQ, of course, but you need MBO data, market by order data. You need market by order data. Okay, the Bandit, is this a new version of TTW? Yeah, it's a very early beta version. We will provide hopefully very fast a beta version out there in the next days, and we'll be out with a new 3.6 hopefully within the September month. And Valentin, have a look here. That's quite interesting. We have a green square here. That means the absolute liquidity was added at 36 something. I don't dare to zoom in here, just to prevent lagging or a freezing of my chart. We have had the market added silently 500 or more at, let me say 68, for example, in this case, at that moment. That's indicated directly on the chart by TradeFinder, because it has the liquidity tracker, and the liquidity tracker gives you the opportunity to track absolute and relative liquidity. As well, so I'm finished right now with this very, very funny day, guys, with you. That was extremely well. I'm a little bit concerned about the delay here between my screen and YouTube, but anyway, you will see that on YouTube as well. You see the volume stop, how nice it works. 68.75. We have had, I'm sure we have had a divergence here. Yes, of course, we have had a divergence coming up here. That means if you are long here at the beginning of the move at 68, it gives you 4 points back. We are at the POC right now. So be cautious with this point. But if you take this trade, it's not a loser. You don't need, and that's my recommendation, don't stay with your stops. If you say I have a 5-point stop, whatever, don't wait until the market takes your stops here. Don't wait. If you are in green, try to get something out of this trade, because based on this philosophy of this method we are analyzing in the market, it's first of all in real time. It's objective. There's nothing subjective. It's objective signal. And if you go long, you get 3-4 points. Don't let the market stop you out here in this case. It is a winner. It doesn't give you 10 points back, but it's always good for 3, 4, 5 points, and that's not bad. Every tick counts. Every tick counts. No, Valentin, these are not clusters of executed orders. These are placed orders on the resting part of the order book. That means on ask and bid. It's first, and at that time they are not executed, they are simply added. The market can go away from these levels. Please read our wiki. We have a wiki in TTW-Trader.com about relative and absolute liquidity. I know sometimes it's really easy to understand, but because most of you don't use the DOM or have the DOM in this on the chart like that, like this chart here, just to see what's happening. It's sometimes hard to connect these points together, but it's really easy. It is, the green point is there because at that time point here, that time, someone added, or the numbers of the resting liquidity jumped over 500. There have been maybe 200, so someone added 300 lots at the bid or on the bid, and then the liquidity tracker of TradeFinder reacted on that and signalized or drawed his symbol on chart. Sound is low. No, my problem with scalping is make 200 and miss. Yeah, Ted, I don't recommend to scalp, but it's up to you. You know, try to stay in the market. Try to let the market guide you. As I mentioned, the imbalance is of extreme importance. So try the market to guide you. And my recommendation always is not to scalp, but it's up to you, you know, to every one of you. Every one of us is a wonderful individual, so everyone sees the world with his own eyes, its own eyes, her own eyes. And I don't know how to say to digital, of their eyes, whatever. No, the marker does not get removed if the liquidity gets pulled. It's simply there, always on chart, to remind you, because it can be later on act as a support. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was really a great day. So we will continue next week, and I will be happy to be with you next week as well on this channel, on Twitter, on Discord as well. We have Oliver, who is doing live trading German. We have the Bernie and Philip, who are doing the German, the German community live trading. We have yes, myself, who tries to do educative live trading here with you on YouTube and Twitter as well, and to show you what the possibilities of TradeFinder together with Bookmap. It's amazing. I'm sure you can make money, but it takes a little bit of time. Thank you, Ted. Johnston, may I ask why the double exclamation points in the... that's simply because these points are, or these levels, you see that on my chart here, inst levels, exclamation mark, here that is an important level. So if you use the TradeFinder price alert, what is it? 3877, I think. So you hit 3877, maybe 3888. Then you have a very nice. Let me have. I'm not sure what level that is, but 78. Of course, yeah, that matches better. So that was an institution level, which is with two exclamation marks. Excuse me. And that means it's an important level. Okay, Peggy, let's discuss. I know what you mean. You are talking about that, but that's as well a kind of order book imbalance. So let's talk another time about the what's here on Bookmap here maybe, but it's not so. Sometimes it's not so helpful. It's more helpful to have your market volume meter and average liquidity meter on your chart, and that gives you more than you will expect based on these tools here. If you understand the book and the market is quite easy. It's simply a dual auction. And the second part is we can't predict the aggressors. We don't know when aggressors enter the market. We have to use some levels like exhaustion points here, volume stops or native stops. That was a native stop based on order ID, to understand that this is an important level where the market might turn back, as well. It came interestingly with this institution level as well. 3868. So let me show you how that works. Clone 3868. So that's the level where we have started from here. An alert was added here. It went up from 7-8 points, not bad. And then mined the open hidden orders here at 3860 and 3850. We will see in few minutes, hours or whatever today how this is working out. 3860 and 3850. Yes, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you from Germany, from England. Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure to be with you today without any technical issues. I'm very, very happy. I'm totally relaxed on that. And let's meet next week. So we will see live how TradeFinder can help you to make money. That's all what we need, making money and being happy. Thank you for that. Have a great day. Enjoy your life, and we meet next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.